So let us good evening to all. So let us start today with the session for refresher course in Indian knowledge system, which is organized by Baba Saheb Ambedkar, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar Marathwada University, HRDC. So I would like to share my thoughts today on yoga mudras, yoga and yoga mudras. So as we know that a yoga journey is the correct manner without learning about mudras. If you are someone just looking for improving your health, life in general, learning and using mudras, it will be critical factor in your life. So mudras are explained in a very simple way. So it will help to clear any prior confusion you may have on the subject. So the objective of this subject is to introduce what mudras are more important provide you in day-to-day life. So the content of my session is divided in two parts, that is mudras and chakras. So as we know that the basic concepts used in this mudras are so let us see what are the mudras. So I would like to explain about the mudras. So we know that uh, this is the basics of this mudra is that is enlighten you are with basics about mudras in daily life. So and what is the role of mudras? And you should have the clear understanding about everything about mudras and chakras, which is given in my presentation. So mudra is the Sanskrit word referred for mark or seal. Mudras, in short, is any position of your body that affect the energies of your body to your current mood. While it is true that any part of body can be involved in mudras, it is usually the hands and the fingers that are held in these particular positions. So we will study mainly hand mudras. Mudras are often performed while one meditates. These positions have been used in the Eastern countries for centuries, especially among cultures of Buddhism. Something you may have noticed is that many statues of Buddhas tend to show his hands held in certain positions. So these are the mudras used to help on the journey to enlightenment. This is one of the reasons that why people use this positions of mudras. Although this is a long part of practice and all, so some of the most famous mudras, including position of your legs and hands crossed, and putting your hands upon your knees with your index fingers touching tips of your thumbs. Besides to being used for meditation, mudras have also been used in the past to treat physical problems such as cramps, dizziness, and more serious problems, as well as mental alignments such as anxiety or depression. According to the philosophy that many people stand by, physical body is made up of five elements, as we know that fire represented by the thumb, fire is represented by the thumb, air is represented by index finger, akash, sky and space is represented by middle finger, earth is represented by ring finger, and water is represented by little finger. So lack of proper balance between the elements is what uses problems in the body and mind. It is believed that a lot of these problems can be involved, therefore, by connecting certain parts of bodies with mudras. So the basic concept of mudras evolve like birth of mudras we can talk about. So mudras have been used many people that interested is usually making use of mudras are unaware of their origins and how they came to be and then evolved to become what they are today. So we are going to learn the basics about the origin and history of development of mudras. The reason to know about this information is to that it is not just an external gesture that you perform, but a symbol with a deeper meaning behind it and history that you are well aware. So only when you know these things can truly gain all spiritual benefits by using hand mudras in your practices. So the origin of mudras, any kind of body position, that back to prehistoric times, even before ancient Eastern Egyptian civilization were created. Multiple religions began to spread across the world. Many of the newer philosophies still incorporated mudras into their traditions, celebrations, and meditations, etc. In India, for example, mudras were used in traditional dances as well as to open their mind and connecting with the superior force or remove stress from one's life. These hand gestures grew in importance of its effectiveness, and more people began to know about them, discovering new ones and improving the older ones. So mudras mainly involve hands, but there are certain ones are performed with other parts of the body, allowing energy to flow faster and more harmoniously within the body. Uh, let us brief about the types of mudras. Abhay mudra, so in which the open palm faces outward, is one of the most widely known mudras. It is thought to be originated from the depictions of Buddha. So this is very useful for the meditation also. The origin of this mudra is what causes people to associate it with peace and kindness and protection. So the Bhumi Pasara or touching mudra is also well known, that originated when Buddha took the earth testimony and he had solved the issue of human suffering while he sat under a tree. So, and the mudra is performed by placing the right hand upon the right knee and pressing all the fingers to the ground, keeping the left hand and left lap. The Dhamma Chakra, the Dharma Chakra mudra. So it is originated from a major moment in Buddha's life when he gave a first sermon after being enlightened in Sartha, 13 kilometers away from Varanasi, close to the confluence of Gangas and Gomati rivers in Uttar Pradesh during the 3rd century BC. This mudra is supposed to symbolize the turning of the wheel of Dhamma, symbol representing Dharma in religious and in Hinduism and Buddhism and Jainism. This is the example of certain figures from Japan have also been shown performing mudras even before 9th century. So the Dhyana mudra, this is originated from representation of Buddha as well as Amitabha, the principal Buddha in Pure Land Buddhism, and it is probably originated in the country we nowadays known in India and in China during 386 and 534 AD. So this mudra is performed by placing the right hand or the left hand and both facing upward, the joining up of tips thumbs from both hands. The Varada mudra is originated from China during the period 538 to 710 AD. This mudra was always paired with another mudra on the other hand, representing offering a gift symbol as seen on pictures symbolizes the charity and welcoming compassion and seniority of the person. So in Varada mudra, the arm is crooked, the palm is turned up, and the fingers slightly bent. At the beginning, the fingers were stiff, but their positions in this mudra generally began to chosen progressively. The mudra developed so that the fingers were naturally curved. So let us talk about chakras. As we know, chakras means wheel. Uh, chakras means wheel, or the Sanskrit word for chakra is literally, it translates to wheel. When it comes to yoga, this is supposed to represent the wheels of energy that present in our body. Think of this way: there is spinning wheel of energy in the area of where matter meets consciousness. The energy that propels chakras is the vital life force which is necessary to keep us healthy and alive. Every chakra contains bundles of nerves as well as our psychological, emotional, and spiritual state of being. That is the reason why keeping them open, aligned, and fluid essential for feeling a great mood. So there are 7 types of chakras: Mooladhara chakra, Savidhisthana chakra, and Manipura chakra. Manipura chakra. So the first chakra is Mooladhara chakra, which is the chakra of stability, security, and our fundamental needs. It represents in the first 3 vertebrae, the colon as well as the bladder, placed between the anus and genital area. You can open the chakras for filling with more energy and self. Next is Savidhisthana chakra. It is the creativity center as well as the sexual center. It represents in the public bone and provides you with a creative things like art, music, etc. The third chakra is Manipura chakra, translates to radiant gem, and it is represent in the area from the breastbone to the navel. This chakra is what provides us with a personal power. When you establish firm grasp on your first 3 chakras, which are physical chakras, only then you can use the spiritual chakras to their full extent. The fourth chakra at the center of the heart, and it unites all of the chakras that are above and below. This chakras is also said to act as a bridge between our body and our mind, and it is also our source of compassion and love. The fifth chakras is Vishuddha chakra, which gives us a verbal expression and power to speak the truth. This chakra is represents neck, mouth, tongue, thyroid, etc. Next chakra is Ajna chakra. It represents right between your eyebrows. It is the way what provides us with the mysterious sense called intuition. Lastly, the Shvasavara chakra is represent on the crown of the head, and it is of the chakra of enlightenment, the one representing the right to know and learn from the world and our life. This chakras has control over the rest.